Right, ladies and gentlemen, can we all to order please?
Knock them out.
So, Madam Chair, Mr. Mayor, ladies and gentlemen, thank you all for coming on this Red Letter Day. Those of you who don't know me, I'm Councillor Neil Butters, and I have the honour of representing Bath Avon South Ward, the best in Bath, North East Somerset for railway heritage at least. Otherwise I get into trouble if I didn't put that caveat in. The three former Somerset and Dorset stations in the ward, Midford, obviously where we are today, Wellow and Shoscombe and Singleton Hill. One former Great Western station, Monkton Combe, which is better known as Titfield. Not much of it left, nonetheless. And of course, we have still one active station in Freshford. We also have the only operational section of the Somersetshire Coal Canal at Grasnapper Basin. So, for a railway and to some extent canal enthusiast and former railwayman, I'm truly blessed. By the way, how many here have been through the two tunnels by train? Train? How many have been on must have got one or two. If I can actually put my hand up to that, I can claim to have been through in 1965, so that was a great privilege for me. It was unfortunately dark, so I didn't see a lot of Midford station, but I managed to blag a ride on a footway. I'd now like to introduce our three main guests: Councillor Cherry Beef, Chair of Bath and North East Somerset Council; Councillor Ian Gilchrist, the Right Worship of Mayor of Bath; and Keith Cooper. Here he is. It's a special pleasure to welcome Keith, who must be one of the most famous former station masters in the land. I suspect that some may think that all he ever did in his railway career was act as station master at Midford. However, I know different, because I first met Keith in the 1970s when he was a very good instructor at BR's training centre at Westbury. I therefore have him to thank as one who helped my own railway career. So thank you, Steve. I think you should get a round of applause. I would now like to introduce and welcome the Landslide Ukulele Band, who will play two
We call it the Landslide Ukulele Band because when we play, the earth moves. If you know the words, join in. Right. Great train goes so fast. Great train goes so fast. They come down on train I'm on, 'cause they both know where I'm going. Great train back again. Great train back again. All the trains on the train around, go back second song is Chattanooga Choo Choo. We've done a lot of research in trying to make a ukulele make a train whistle sound. So, well, we can do that then. Right.
He's good at it.
Start the Chattanooga Choo Choo.
I'm coming on. Boy, you give me a strong. Can you afford the Chattanooga Choo Choo? I got my fare, just a little bit there. Chattanooga Choo Choo, won't you choo choo me home? Chattanooga Choo Choo, won't you choo choo me home?
Great.
That's fantastic. Thank you very much.
More.
Moving on, I would now like to introduce Matt Skidmore, who's been the main come on, Matt, come in. Who's been the main driving force behind this splendid project. Matt has worked tirelessly for many months to get this done, a superb effort, and we all owe him a huge debt of thanks.
Hooray! Well done, Matt.
Now for part 2 of the proceedings, and he'll mention a lot of other people who've been involved in this project. Thank you.
Thank you everyone for coming. Thank you, Your Right Worshipful Mayor of Bath and Councillor Chair, Cherry B. Thank you for coming, and also to Keith Cooper, our special guest, who will be unveiling later on. We really appreciate you coming today. The S&D is very special for a lot of people, for those who were lucky to see it, and also those, like myself, who were born too late to experience it. So unfortunately, but it means a lot to a lot of people, and this project can hopefully broadcast this wonderful railway that was to all the people who might not know about it, and for those who are as enthusiastic as me and some of my colleagues about it. So I won't go on any further apart from to do a list of thank yous to people, which is very important to thank people. I truly believe that. So first comes first, a big thank you to Andy Savage. Where are you, Andy? Put your hand up. Andy Savage is a Heritage Trust Executive Director. He's in charge of giving grants out to projects with a heritage theme all across the country, and he gave his group gave £40,000 to dig out Devonshire Tunnel a few years ago, which was a magnificent contribution, and he's been very supportive of the two tunnels. Thank you, Andy, and has helped sponsor one of the boards. So a big thank you to Andy. Thank you very much. Secondly, Denise Hart. Where are you, Denise? Denise, she's been an absolute angel. She's from the Parks Department and looks after the two tunnels and the linear park, and has been a fantastic partner to work with to enable this project to happen. So thank you, Denise. Jeff, thank you. Yeah, thank you very much. Appreciate that. I'll go through these. Jeff Davis and his South Stoke Parish Council team. Where are you, Jeff? Thank you very much. You helped a little bit with funding, and also a lot with the planning process as well, and putting in a good word. So we're very grateful to Jeff and his team. Steve Sainsbury, who's from the New Somersault and Dorset Society. Is he here? Steve here? No? Well, Steve and his group, and Peter's a member as well, aren't you? You represent them. They own the platform and have been supportive as well. Mark Hayward is here. I don't know if Mark's here. Well, he's backroom guys from Baines have helped us. Councillor Neil Butters, where are you? Thank you, Councillor. You've been on the committee and helped us out. Frank Thompson, where are you, Frank? Here. Frank, there you are, Frank. Frank's the chair of the Two Tunnels Committee. Frank kind of guy who makes things happen as well, so he's your man. Okay. Alistair Millington from Sustrans, he's not here, but they've been very supportive. Ashley Lewis, he's contracted to put the boards in. I'll rattle on because there's quite a few here, so I'm sorry to. But I do like to thank people because it's the good thing to do. Also, I will get absolutely shot if I don't mention the person who made the cake. Okay, my wife Laura here, which will be cutting later ceremoniously. So thank you, Laura. I dared not forget that one. Hope and Anchor Pub, who will be going and frequenting later on, and having a few refreshments. Also, thanks to the following providing content and photos for this, because again, without them, it would never have happened. Tim Hughes, where's Tim? Now, Tim's very special because Tim is very good at badgering and making things happen, and if it wasn't for Tim, none of this would have happened because it's his idea. He's to blame. He's the one. Got it all started. Tim is one of a group of ex-footplatemen, ex-firemen who loves the S&D as much as the rest of us do. And Tim put the idea together, twisted a few arms, including myself, and got the ball rolling. So thank you, Tim. This is all down to your hard work. And Tim's also very good with photographs. He looks after the Vaughan Jenkins collection, which has been on the board there. So there's an archive photograph. Also for archive photographs is Neil and the J.C. Way family. Okay, so thanks Neil for providing those. Dan Brown, now it's not the guy with the Da Vinci Code. Dan, are you here? Is Dan here from History Time? No. But Dan Brown, not that Dan Brown, but Dan Brown is from Bath in Time. He's provided archive photographs, so he's brilliant. He's been very helpful. And also another fantastic person, a fantastic friend of the Two Tunnels is Graham Bickerdike. Where are you, Graham? Graham, brilliant. Now, Graham's travelled all the way from Yorkshire to be here today, so a big thank you, Graham. Graham is another enthusiast of old railway lines, like myself, and he's got a fantastic website called Forgotten Relics. So if anyone wants to go on it and have a look, it's about history of old railway lines. It's a fantastic website, can highly recommend it. And most importantly, Graham has contributed an article to one of the boards down by Devonshire, Combe Down Tunnel, and about a guy called Freddie Francis. So you might want to read that. It's a very good article. So thank you, Graham. Thanks for that. I'm nearly at the end, I promise you that. Okay. Mike Arlott as well. Mike, is Mike here?
No, he's not. Sends his apologies.
He sends his apologies. Okay, Mike's a well-known S&D historian associated with the S&D. Rob Cole's also photographs. He's contributed photographs. Julian Peters. Julian, lovely to see you. Thank you for coming. Custodian of your father's collection, the Ivo Peters collection, and you've contributed a photograph to this as well. So a big thank you.
Pleasure.
Thank you, Julian. Really kind of you. So thanks for coming. Mark Annand. Mark, there you are. Mark, put your hand up. Another one of the Two Tunnels group, the crew, contributed as well. Mike Chapman. Where's Mike? Mike, thank you for your maps. If you see a map on the map, see a map on our boards, it's one of Mike's. Okay, he's your man. Okay, and also a special guest, George Tucker. Tim will introduce. He's sat down. Thank you for coming, George. You will mention he's 99 years old. Tim, last surviving engineman. That's right, on the S&D. So, special guest. Thank you very much. Tim will mention him more in a minute. And yeah, we're lucky also to have a couple of authors here. Colin Maggs. Where's Colin?
In front of you.
If you're into railways, I guarantee you, you'll have a book of Colin's on your bookshelf. Right? Colin brings out a book a week, I think. Or is it 2 books a week? Very prolific, written a load of books. Is it now, Colin? You've written
103rd.
103 railway books.
I'm on my 104th.
104, okay. So thanks, Colin, for your contribution as well. Also, we have Jeff Vinter here. Where's Jeff Vinter? Now, Jeff has come all the way down from Sussex. Now, again, another enthusiast of old railways and cycle paths. He's with the Railway Ramblers, in charge of the Southwest region. What Jeff doesn't know about railways isn't worth knowing, to be honest. And he's been very supportive. He's also a railway author. So if you want one of books, I can recommend one of Jeff's books as well. Very good. I'll rattle through these because I know I've been too long. Hang on. Finally, a big thank you to Rob Shields and his ukulele band. Absolutely brilliant to see them. So thank you very much to them. And I'll hand you over to man himself, the culprit, the one who's done this magnificent thing is Tim. So Tim Hughes.
Just drop the tablet, sorry. Good afternoon. Our group of ex-footplatemen at Bath have been involved for 3 or 4 years now in various projects. One of the first ones was the recordings for the turn-round machine, which was funded by Neil at Coombe Tunnel, where you can listen to our dulcet tones telling all about the experiences on the railway. And then, because of the various ideas we wanted, we eventually had a... Sorry?
I'd say that was the council that actually paid.
Well, I thought you had part of it. I thought it was part of your...
Yeah, it was. No. Carry on. I don't want to take too much.
Right, disregard all that. Right, last year, of course, was the 50th anniversary of the closure of the Somerset and Dorset, and it was decided that we'd hold a dinner at Green Park, which we did, and we had Sir William McAlpine as our guest, who unveiled the Red Wheel plaque rather for Green Park Station, and our friend Colin was guest speaker. In the June, we had at the football club the model of the Somerset and Dorset Green Park section at the Bath Football Club, and we had an exhibition there, and that was extremely well attended. In October, we had a film show at the little theatre with S&D films which hadn't been seen on the cinema screen, and that was very well attended as well. Last November, the actual unveiling of the Red Wheel by the Transport Trust Heritage Plaque was unveiled at Green Park
in the November of last year, and we thank Neil for that because he did put a lot of work into making sure that Green Park, as well as Val Spa, dare I say it, also had a plaque as well. A few weeks ago, 3 weeks ago I think it was, we organised a trip on the West Somerset Railway, and this was really to make sure that a certain driver, who's only 99 years old, George Tucker, who sat there, had another ride on the footplate once more. And we arranged this at Minehead, and George had his ride and thoroughly enjoyed the day. Also with it was Sid Larkin, the gentleman with the glasses, who was very studious. He is probably the oldest fireman of the Somerset and Dorset. So we've got some interesting people here today. Right, I'll start on the thank yous now. Thank you to John Sawyer and Roy Larkin, who of course were in on the original early meetings with Neil, and their encouragement and input was great. Also to Neil Butters, of course, for his help in organising that, and of course his work on bits and pieces on the boards themselves. Also to Mike Chapman for his work on the maps, which has already been mentioned, but the maps are superb, as you'd expect. There was so much material which could not be used through lack of space, so it was decided an extra board would be put in, and we put one in now at the Co-op Sidings, which is, as you know, in Oldfield Park, and on there we actually have a little bit in there about George himself and a photograph of George, because George was he just started on the railway in 1937, and he was there when the goods train ran away, and he was involved in recovering the engine from underneath Claude Avenue Bridge in Oldfield Park. So he remembers that.
Tim, I think your fight was 1936.
All right. Shame on you, Tim. Shame on you. Yes, Mr. Mags, I'm awfully sorry, sir. Good job you're here. Right, well that's really it. I've tried the bits that my little idea has come to fruition. It's taken us about 2 years, which is quite a long time. So we've been organising all these things all last year, and in the background there was him keeping on about we must get on with these boards. So there we are. I'm absolutely thrilled now to ask our station master, Neil, Mr. Cooper. Right. This is this very smart gentleman who was the last station master here.
Oh, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. For those that don't know me and wonder why I should get to help unveil this notice board, my name is Keith Cooper, and I was the last station master of Midford. Although I realise that among you I'm preaching to the converted, there will also be some who would like to know something about the bygone days. I came here in 1961, shortly after the line was reopened, after repairs were made to the track, after a landslide which happened just off the back end of the platform when part of the bank and the ballast went down into the old canal bank. And for anyone who might be curious as to what I looked like at that time, I'm in the opening shot of Ivo Peters' film. I'm having trouble here. The staff here consisted of 3 signalmen, on 8-hour shifts, a porter, who also changed his signal lamps weekly, and I also had charge of Wellow and with 2 signalmen and 1 porter. There was a permanent way gang based at Midford who collected their pay from me on pay days. The equipment for the gang was kept in sheds on the Wellow side of the signal box, and the signal box is more or less where that car is parked by the holly tree, and their sheds were the other side of that. And amongst them, they had a motorised Wickham trolley, which had a Ford 8 engine, 3 forward and 1 reverse gear, and it also had a lever which, when you turned it, converted the gearbox to the other way, so they went back 3 forward and 1 reverse, so that they could get to any part of their section. The notice board here is more or less, this is the parcel, and then my office, and sometimes the cooking hall. The cooking hall, the waiting room, storeroom, and then ladies and gents toilets. There were not many passengers. I recall only 2 regulars. One was a lady who lived just down there in Midford and worked in bar, and a schoolboy, I think from South Street, who went to school in Minster Norton. The rest were casual users, including one lady that I only saw once use the train, and she bemoaned the fact, the possibility of a closure, as it was handy when the car broke down. The signal box had 2 systems. Sykes lock and block on the double line below, and tyres number 6 from here in the Bath junction. And this was the system with identical and linked machines, each containing tablets at either end, from which, with the cooperation of the 2 signalmen, one of them could withdraw a tablet. And, excuse me, while I get my props out. The tablet's in the other one, wrong one. Thank you. This is a tablet that was in the machine. There can only be 1 tablet out at any one time, and this was conveyed to the driver whilst the train was moving, as his authority to be on the single line, and given back in the same manner when he left. After heavy traffic in the one direction, usually in the summer Saturdays, when we had excursion trains going down to Bournemouth, the number of tablets in the machine got out of balance, with the result that the signal and telegraph lineman had to come, open up the machine, remove some tablets, and take them back to the other end of the section to balance the machines. He did this, and this was noted in the train register and signed for by the signalman and the lineman. We've seen the tablet, certainly this. And it was held in a here in the pouch. There were 2 types of pouch. The most used was the small one, which was this, and it's slotted into a mechanical system for picking up and dropping at speed, which I believe is, from memory, which is a long time now, about 30 miles an hour. And there was an attachment fitted to engine stationed in Green Car to the road, so that they could do this. At times the equipment got out of alignment, and sometimes trains going into Bath would strike the loop handle of the small coach, knock it out, and it would rise through the air and land up on where Ian's got his boot now, against my door with considerable force. On the last day of the Down Pines, which was a train from Birmingham to Bournemouth, and was the star train of the S&D. A lot of people came to watch, and as I was standing in the signal box watching the local train going into Bath, and as it approached to pick up the small tablet in the small pouch, I glanced at the operators to see that it was picked up properly, and I saw a photographer leaning out over the thing with his head in line with the apparatus, and the train was coming about 300 yards away. It was too late to do anything, so I just crossed my fingers and hoped. And luckily everything went well, and I then read him the riot act and explained that if the failure had occurred, the coach could have taken his head off. When the mechanical system was defective, a large coach which is this one, and it was transferred it was given up by the signal this way from Bath. The fireman would lean out from his cab and pick it up, and the same in reverse would happen down this end. Rumour has it that it was supposed to be a maximum of 12 miles an hour. Thank you. But I recall one signalman in particular, Harry Wiltshire, used to go down there with a big coat wrapped around his arm so that when it didn't take his arm off and it on occasions when the signal equipment failed, the line was controlled by a fireman who delivered sign forms to the signal box at both ends, and at which time entries were made in the train register, and the signal sign and the pilot sign and the boat sign the form. The pilotman wore a red armband identifying him as the human tablet, and he rode on the engine. If the train was a double header, he showed himself to the leading driver and rode on the second engine. The first time I took a double header from Bath Junction to Midford, as we approached Devonshire Tunnel, 440 yards long and on the uphill gradient, I noticed that the fireman was crouching on the footplate with a coat over his head, and I thought, what the hell's wrong with him? I soon found out. The smoke, heat and fumes from the front engine were pulled into the firebox of the second engine, and I could hardly breathe. After that, on a double header, I bent the rules and slightly showed myself to the leading driver and rode on the. I hope this is giving you some flavour of what it was like here in the place. I hope that on the wherever it is, the board, you will get more information. Thank you.
Now we're going to move on to a couple of tapes there later. What a fantastic speech. Yeah. Andy Savage and I are both members of the Science Museum's Railway Home Destination Advisory Board, and I'm sure you'd agree with me that that speech has to be kept for posterity. Yeah. So now... We've got a light there. There's a light here. And I think the chair and the mayor will come in.
You should make a wish as well when you cut cake.
Which the S&D should be reopened. That's great. So I think we're now on to the unveiling. Is that right, Mark?
Just a quick one. You mentioned about the video of Ivan Peters. A picture of yourself. There you are.
Please just turn the photos and facing this way. Thank you.
Marquis back at Buffalo.
And now.
Gonna have a countdown?
Three, two, one, go!
All the other sisters like rolled up around here as well, didn't they? Yes. Had exits from the wheels and the third one was
You can all see the fireman leaning out of his cab, look, on that one, that top one. That's the fireman leaning out where they're taking this large pouch. This one there.
And here is the board.